So guys, now please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, I'm audible, guys. Now please respond to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Then we have questions box, guys. Then everybody can access that questions box. Are able to get my voice on screen? Is my voice on screen is clear? All right, right. Thanks a lot. Right, sir. Now, so in the last class, just given some introduction part related to Java programming language. Okay. So before that, today, if any of your new members know, please take this screenshot. Take this screenshot every day. Classroom notes, whatever the notes I'm going to provide inside the classroom, the running notes that you are able to get through this link only. Everybody has to take that link. Okay. Alright, take this link and our admin number I have given there. Hemant is an admin here. He is taking care about all my classes now. Anything, any information about my classes that you can ask to him, able to give reply for it regarding this admission process, maybe everything about my classes now. Even in the future, if I'm not going to take any one-day class now, definitely I'll give intimation to him. He will give message to you, or maybe classes related information and everything here I'm able to. We are able to get the information from this number. Save this number. The person name is contact person name is what? Hemant. Clear? After that, full stack Java, what I am going to be cover, what we are going to have there: core Java, advanced Java, Hibernate, Spring Boot, microservices. Then after that, other technologies like what there, Oracle, UI technologies, Angular, React.js. Out of all these things, this is my portion, my part: core Java, advanced Java, Hibernate, Spring Boot, microservices. I will take these classes, and the remaining three subjects would be taken care by some other faculty, some other trainers at Durgasoft. Okay. All right, sir. Now, so some of the important key points here, what I am telling there: every class recordings will be provided to you. Every day class recording will be provided to you. Okay, classroom notes will be provided. Classes are going to be happen on what there, Monday to Saturday. Right, sir. Classes are going to be happen Monday to Saturday. All right. On Sundays class is what they're optional. If the content is lagging, then I will conduct the classes on Sundays also. Maybe chances are available to get the classes on Sundays also. Okay. The timings for the classes, just I'm giving information to you. Every day I'll start the class at 8:15 to 9:15. 8:15 to 9:15, guys. Understand it now? But demo classes only I'm taking at 8 o'clock. No, but actual content I'm going to start 8:15 a.m. to 9:15. Tomorrow onwards, we have to come to the classes at 8:15, not at 8 o'clock. No, 8:15 onwards here we have to start 8:15 to 9:15. Why? Because up to 8:15 I have some other class there. Up to 8:15 I have some other class at morning, like 7 to 8:15 like that. So then you have to start the class right from 8:15 to 9:15 now. In the future I will take classes at 7 to 8 a.m. slot also. Slot class also also along with the present class, along with the class now. Right, sir. Now observe carefully. All right, sir. Now, in the future, I'm able to start our classes right from 7 o'clock also. But I'll give that prior intimation to you from which date onwards I'm going to conduct our classes from 7 to 8 or 8:15 like that. Okay, right, sir. Now, these are the things here what we are getting. Then after that, in core Java, what exactly the syllabus here I'm going to be covered. The list here I've given there, and I've given some small explanation, simple explanation about like what there, all the content here. Right, sir. Is this course is OCGP focused or for industry focused? Exactly. See, one thing I'm telling there, max I'm going to cover max depth on each and every topic. With this knowledge, you can go for certification. If you go to the certification, I'm sure about it like what there, up to like what there, up to 90%, 85 to 90% of the score I'm able to give assurance to you. But more than that, if you want to get no, then more practice, more preparation is required regarding this certification. But this is mainly for what there, Java training, not certification training. But with my knowledge, with your knowledge, with this depth, you are able to get up to 90% of the score. Sure. Okay. Right, so now please take lesson Zoom meeting, because this app doesn't provide subtitle. All right, sir. It's okay. Which version certification we need to take now? See, all the stable version certificates here we can take, sir. Not like what there in stable versions, no. In Java, like what there. Then if you want to go for it, what is the stable version here? So, as per my knowledge, maybe Java 14. Previously, I wrote it. I wrote it that Java 14. I had it. No, it's okay. But up to that, it's okay. But next level in the sense, small features are coming there. It's okay. Depending on your interest, depending on your requirement, you can go for it. All right. So then after this, after completion of all these things, no, then the list of topics here are given there. If you open this document, easily we can understand the list of content now. Java 8 no longer available now, sir. Now it's available. You can go with. We can go for it. No problem. Just one time, just open that website for it. Then we can check for the information. No, then we are able to get. But as per my knowledge, it's available with you. We can take this. Okay. All right, guys. Now observe carefully. Introduction part. Today, just I'm going to start introduction content here in Java, in core Java. Especially, I'm going to start core Java. This is syllabus here I've given for core Java. These many topics I'm going to be covered inside this core Java. Introduction topic here I'm going to take now. Inside this introduction, what I am going to cover. Inside the introduction here, what you are going to cover. All right. The very first topic is like what there differences between Java and other programming languages. Others maybe mainly when we are coming to the Java comparison now, they may be C and C++ here we are going to take differences between Java and other C and C++ mainly. Okay. Then after this, after completion of these differences between Java and others, so next one is what there Java features. Java features here we are going to discuss there. After these Java features, the next one is what there Java naming conventions. Java naming conventions. Then after that, Java programming format. Java programming format. These are all the four topics we are going to understand inside the introduction part here. Guys, once again, I'm giving clarity for you. My content is for all the levels of the students. Not exert the like what I'm not exert the freshers, not exert the like what their experienced people. For all levels of the people, we have to understand the content here. We are able to understand the content now. But the point is what there, I'll start right from scratch to up to the max level, so that everybody will understand the content and everybody is required this content here. So now let us start the points here. The first one is like what's the first topic here I'm telling there, differences between Java and others, like what the C and C++. So why I'm taking this particular topic as part of the introduction, guys? Why? What is the requirement to take this content part of the introduction? Why I'm taking this now? There are some reasons. What reasons are available here? So in general, most of the people they're going to say, if you want to learn Java programming language, you need C++ knowledge. And if you want to learn C++ now, you need C programming language. Altogether, what people are saying that if you want to learn Java programming language, definitely we required C and C++ knowledge. Most of the people are giving this information. But the fact here, what I am telling to you, to learn Java programming language, no need to have knowledge on C and C++. Not mandatory to have knowledge on what there C and C++. Just if you have the basic computer skills, the fundamentals of the computer skills, that is sufficient for you to understand Java programming language. Nothing is required, no prerequisite. Strictly speaking, no prerequisite. How to open, how to start computer and how to stop computer, if you know that, that's enough. You are able to learn Java programming language. But most of the people are having this kind of awareness in their mind now. What is that awareness here? If you want to learn Java programming language, no, you need too much of technical skills, too much of C and C++ knowledge is required, then only we are able to understand Java. But this is wrong. This is wrong theory, not required. This is unnecessary prerequisite kind of thing people are preparing now, not at all required. But okay, to show that particular point, to prove that particular point, I'm going to talk about like what are the differences between Java and others. Nearly 8 or 9 number of differences here I'm going to provide. All these 8 or 9 number of differences we are going to understand easily. In the future, if we are getting any question like this, definitely we are able to speak out all the 8 or 9 number of differences now. Okay, clear. That is one point here. Next, another point is what? Suppose if you go for any interview, in that interview you may give your resume to that interviewer. in that resume, if interviewer observe their technical skills or maybe skill set now, there obviously you might be specified like what there C comma C plus plus comma Java comma Python comma and so on and so on and so on. All whatever the technology names you know, then every technology name you are going to specify inside your resume, and that interviewer might be observed that in your resume. Then immediately he has a scope to ask a question. What's that question? He able to have the scope now. Already you specified the technologies list like what C, C plus plus, Java, Python, and so on and so on and so on. All the technologies. No, can you tell me the basic differences between C, C plus plus, and Java? Can you tell me the basic differences between C, C plus plus, and Java? In other words, now tell me why Java is very good programming language when compared with C and C plus plus. Why Java is very good programming language when compared with C and C++, or why we are becoming as a Java developer over the C and C++, why we are choosing Java programming language over C and C++. That interviewer may ask this type of questions to you, but at least there you have to open your mouth. There you have to say at least some few points about the differences between Java and others, about to say greatness of Java when compared with what there C and C++. Right, sir, I prepared some of the differences now, but try to understand all the points clearly. Now the point is what is the first difference here I'm going to provide there. What is the very first difference here I'm going to provide there? Observe carefully. The very first difference is like what there. C and C++ are the static programming languages, and the Java is a dynamic programming language. C and C++ are static programming languages, but the Java is the dynamic programming language. But Java is a dynamic programming language. This is the very first difference here. What I am telling to you. Come on, guys. Now observe carefully. What is the first difference here? C and C++ are static programming languages, but Java is a dynamic programming language. All right. Immediately, I have a question, guys. Now all of you understand it now. Before going to understand C, C++ are static and Java is a dynamic before that, first of all tell me when a programming language is a static programming language and when a programming language a dynamic programming language. First here we have to understand it clearly. For that purpose I will start from basics now, understand it clearly. Guys, everybody put more focus on it now. I'll give simple basic fundamental points. After that I'll come to the conclusion here. Now observe carefully, all of you know. This foundation is required for everybody. All right, try to understand it, guys. Now for example, I prepared a C program. If I prepare a C program, immediately what should be the file extension here? .c file. .c file I have written it, the program, actually C program I have written. Understand, guys? C program I have written. Now inside this C program here, what we are having there, a set of finish sections here we have prepared. C program I have written and a set of finish sections here I have prepared. Okay, fine. After writing the C program, we have to execute the C program or not? Come on, guys. After writing the C program, we have to execute the C program or not? To run the C program, here we are going to take some execution process. This is like what I'm telling there, execution process. Okay. We have to execute the program. So here we have to take what there, execution process. Who will conduct this execution here? Who will perform this execution here? Who will execute the C program actually? If you come for this point here, C engine. Who is that? C engine is executing our C program. It means that, observe carefully, after writing your C program, if you provide that C program to the C engine or execution process there we are able to execute that program through the C engine. C engine will execute that program. After that, here we are able to get outputs. Here we are able to get like what their outputs, results or some outputs here we are able to get. This is a process, guys. Now understand it now. When we write the C program, after writing C program, here C engine is available. If we send that C program to the C engine has to execute that C program. C engine has to provide some output. This is actual story. But here there is a small problem here. Now observe carefully the problem now. Guys, I'm asking some small questions to you. Try to answer for it. Basic level, fundamental level, I'm starting today. Everybody has to give some answers for my questions. Guys, now tell me, who has written the C program, sir? Who has written the C program? Now tell me. Just I'm giving options to you. Developers or any other one, any other person who has written the C program, programmer or not? Come on, guys. Everybody has to respond in a questions box. Who has written the C program, programmer or not, developer or not? Come on, everybody, respond for me. Developers have written the C programs. Programmers have written these programs. Oh, okay, fine. Developers have written this program. Okay, Dennis Rich. Thank you. Developers have written this program. That's nice. In which language they have written this program? Come on, guys. In which language they have written the program? Developers have written the program in which language? Now tell me. In which language the developers have written the program? Come on, everybody. Developers have written the program, but in which language they have written the program there? Most of the people are saying that C language, C language, C language. No, Arey sir, it's C language only. .c as a file I have given there. But C language will come under what? High level programming language or low level programming language? That is my question. The C programming language, that what developers have written the program in a high level or in low level? That's the point here. In a high level or low level? Come on. Developers are able to write the programs in what? High level language only, not in low level language. So developers are able to write the programs in a high level language, high level representation only. Right, sir. High level representation. Developers are able to write the programs in high level. Can you tell me what is that high level language, sir? What is this high level representation of? Simple example. If we take int a is equal to 10 semicolon, this is high level language. This is high level language. Developers friendly language. Programmers friendly language. Developers easily they can understand int is an int data type. A is a variable. Equal is an operator. And 10 is a constant. Semicolon is a terminator. That everything could be understandable to the developers. So developers can read it. Developers can write it. Developers can understand it. So this is a developers friendly language. That's nice. Now tell me. Immediately now tell me. Who is going to execute our C program? Now tell me. Who is going to execute our C program? Who will execute our C program, guys? Now tell me. Come on, from the diagram we have to give answers now. Everybody must be active. Who is going to execute our C program? See the diagram and give answer now. Don't say directly compiler, sir. Now please check the diagram and give answer. Who is executing our C program? That's nice. Most of the people are giving answer is what there? C engine. C engine. Now tell me, C engine is what? Is it any programmer or any other? C engine is what there? Is a programmer or a mission? C engine is what? Is a programmer or a mission? Or is a human being or any mission? Come on, is a mission. C engine is what there? Is a mission. Is not a human being. Is not a programmer. It's not a developer. Is a mission. It's okay. Mission can understand which language. Mission can understand which language. High level language or low level language. Mission can understand which language. Come on, everybody has to give response now. Mission can understand what language? Low level language or high level language? High level language already given information there. Int a is equal to 10 semicolon. Then mission can understand what language? No, low level language. Mission can understand what there? Low level language. No, just that's nice. Now missions can understand only low level representations. Low level representations. That's nice. Can you tell me what is this low level representation? No, into a is equal to 10 semicolon here we provided. Now just assume it. The low level representation here we are able to get like what there. In this way here we are able to get that low level representation. Now the zeros and ones binary code. Binary code. The zeros and ones is nothing but what there? Low level representation. That's clear? Fine, sir. Now observe carefully. Here developers are able to write programs in high level. That high level program if you provide to the C engine, if I give directly high level program to the C engine, is it possible for C engine to understand and execute high level program directly? Come on guys, understand my question now. If I write program in high level, if I send that high level program to the C engine, is it possible for C engine to understand and execute the program in high level? Come on everybody. Is it possible to Is it possible to understand and execute high level program by C engine? No, no, not at all, not at all. Why? Because C engine is able to understand only low level representation. C engine is able to understand low level representation. C engine is not understandable. C engine is unable to understand high level representation. But now here, our program might be written by the developer in a high level, but he has to send that high level program to the C engine, but C engine has to execute it. Unfortunately, C engine is unable to execute it. Why C engine is unable to execute it now? Why? Because C engine required the program in a low level. Low level. Right, sir. Now that mismatch is available. Mismatch is available between the developer's written program and the C engine required program. Mismatch is available. Then how can we resolve this mismatch? How can we execute our program now in this particular situation? Right, sir. Exactly. In this particular situation here, we have an option. What is that option here? If you have any converter, if you have any translator, come on guys, understand my approach now. If you have any translator to translate the program from high level to low level, if you have any translator to translate the program from high level to low level, there we are able to use the translator. By using the translator, we are able to convert the program from high level to low level, and if we are able to submit that low level program to the C engine, then C engine can execute that program directly. But when it is a case, no, if you have any translator to translate the program from high level to low level here, no. Now let me check that alternative now. For example, here I'm going to take some translation process. This is a translation process here I'm going to take. Okay, now here just I'm going to type it is what there translator, for example, or a translation process. This is like what I'm telling the translation process. And if you give that program to the translation process, the .c program to the translation process. Now this translation process will translate the program from high level to low level. After getting the program in low level, we have to save that program in low level here. To save that program in low level, here I'm going to take like what there, one separate file here. In C programming language, the translated code, the translated low level code will be provided in the form of like what there, .exe. Then automatically here we are going to keep what there, .exe file here. When we provide this .exe file, there inside this .exe file, here we are able to have like what there, some translated code here. Now observe carefully. Some translated code is existed here inside this. Right, so now here we are able to provide like what there, some translated code here. Now this translated code is what there is a low level code. It's a low level representation. For the C program, this is like what the low level representation here we are able to have. Low level representation. When this translated code, when this low level representation is generated here, if you give that low level representation to the, C engine, now C engine is able to execute that low level representation, and a C engine is able to generate some output. C engine is able to provide like what the some output for us. Now observe carefully. We have written the program in high level. If we give that program in translation to the translation process, now the translation process is able to convert the program from high level representation to low level representation. And if you give this low level program to the C engine, now C engine is able to execute that low level program, and the C engine is able to provide some output for us. Now the problem is solved. Finally, our program is executed. Right, sir. Now the point is what? Whatever the translation process here we have taken from high level program to low level program, whatever the translation mechanism, what is the translation process here we have taken from high level to low level, that translation mechanism is called compilation. The translation mechanism is called what there? Compilation. Now here we are able to understand the translation mechanism is like what there is a compilation. Just remove this now. This is like what there compilation. Yeah, guys, just I'm asking one question to you. What's the purpose of the compilation here? What's the main intention of the compilation? Now tell me. One point here I specified to you clearly. What is the purpose of the compilation? Now tell me. Right, the purpose of the compilation is translate the program, translate the program from high level representation to low level representation. High level language to low level language. or high level representation to low level representation. This is point number 1 here. We have to understand clearly. Clear? Guys, one time I'm asking to all of you guys. Now please respond to me. All of you are getting clarity up to now. What's the purpose of the compilation? Are you understanding this? What is the purpose of the compilation? Are you getting clarity on it? Please say yes or no one time here. Come on, everybody. Everybody must respond for my questions now. Right. Perfect. After that. Hmm. Guys, just I'm asking one more question to all of you. Now try to answer for it. Who has written the C program, sir? Now tell me. Who has written the C program? Come on, everybody. Who has written that C program? Developer. Developer has written that C program. C programmer has written that C program. Who is this developer? Is a human being or not? Who is this developer or programmer? Programmer or developer is a human being or not? Human being, not a machine, right? Not a robot, right? Right, he's a human being, right? Human being, right? Perfect. Now, what is a fundamental right for human beings, sir? What is a fundamental right? What is a fundamental right for a human being? Taking food and sleeping well, no? Come on. What is a fundamental right for a human being? Taking food and sleeping, no? Not like this. Not like this. Of course, one corner I'm telling there. Freedom, okay, everything, right? It can change as per situation and requirements. That's okay, fine, nice. But now I'm going to give one small point here about this human being. The fundamental right for a human being is what? The fundamental right for a human being is committing mistakes, and having mistakes, doing mistakes. Am I right or not? The main fundamental right for human being is what? They're committing mistakes, having rights, having mistakes. That mistakes are not intentional, of course, unintentional mistakes. Mistakes are happen, but now without having any awareness to the developer, developers can do some mistakes in program. Say for example, C programming language has given a set of rules and regulations to write program. C programmers must follow that. In one or two situations, unfortunately, C programmer haven't followed that rules and regulations. He might be violating the rules and regulations while writing the program. And some point case. So there might be some mistake is available. Okay. Unexpected, unintentional mistakes are done by the developers now. Having mistakes in our program is not a crime. Having mistakes in our program is not a crime. But without checking properly, without checking our program, whether our program are having mistakes or not, without checking the program, executing program without checking errors, executing program without checking errors is a crime, is a big crime. So here what we have to do now, the point is what? Everybody will have mistakes, everybody will have some errors in their programs. Even though the creator of the C programming language, even though the creator of the Java programming language, while writing program, they may have a number of mistakes. Okay, but the point is what? Before going to execute the program, first we have to check whether our program is provided as per the rules and regulations of that programming language or not. Before going to execute our program, the developer must check whether our program is provided perfectly or not, as per the rules and regulations of the respective programming language or not. That must be checked by the developer. So that process is called what there? Error checking. That process is called what there? Error checking. Understand it clearly. So here before going to execute our program, we must check the errors in our program. So error checking is one of the process. That error checking could be done by compilation process. Error checking must be done by like what there? Compilation process. These two are the responsibilities of like what there? Compilation. These two are the responsibilities of like what there? Compilation. Guys, all of you are getting clarity on this point now. Now tell me, what is the purpose of compilation in our programming languages? For what purpose we are performing compilation, guys? Now tell me, all of you. For what purpose here we are performing compilation? Come on, two reasons why we are performing compilations. What are the two reasons why we are performing compilations now? For what purpose we are performing compilation over the programs? Not only C program, in every programming language compilation is required. For what purpose here? One is to translate the program from high level to low level and to perform error checking. For error checking and to translate the program from high level to low level, we require like what there? Compilation. That's very clear. Nice. Okay, fine. Observe carefully, guys. This is one fundamental point here we require. After completion of this particular point, now observe carefully. The time, the time when we perform compilation, the time when we perform compilation is called compilation time. The time when we perform compilation is called what their compilation time. This compilation time is also be called as like what their static time. This compilation time is also be called as like what their static time. Understand the terminology. The time when we perform compilation is called as what their compilation time is also be called as like what their static time. The time when we execute the program, the time when we execute the program is called as runtime. The time when we execute the program is called as like what the runtime is also be called as execution time, is also be called as execution time, is also be called as like what the dynamic time, is also be called as like what the dynamic time. Guys, everybody understand it clearly. The names I am introducing now. The time when we perform compilation is called what there static time or compilation time. The time when we execute the program is called what there runtime, execution time or dynamic time. Anything here we are able to say. Clear? Okay, right, sir. Guys, once again I'm asking to you, are able to follow? Are you getting clarity up to now? If you say all of you, if you say yes, no, I'll go for next point here. Next point is our required point actually. All of you are able to follow? Nice, 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 nice response, guys. Good, very good. Yeah, let's understand one more point now. Please observe carefully. One more point here I'm telling you. Now observe carefully. For example, int a is equal to 50. I've taken, guys. Int a is equal to 50. Put more concentration, everybody. Int a is equal to 50. Here we have taken, right? When we compile or execute this program, when we compile or execute this in a section, what's going on internally? What's going on internally? I'll give some points to you. What's going on internally? First, int will be recognized. The data type will be recognized. Int is a data type now. Immediately, in the case of C programming language, 2 bytes of memory will be allocated. Immediately, 2 bytes of memory will be allocated. Of course, it's a 2 bytes of memory or 4 bytes of memory or 8 bytes of memory, depending on the programming language. In C and C++ here, we are thinking about like what there 2 bytes of memory. 2 bytes of memory will be created. After that, immediately, variable A is a name for this location. A is a name for this location. Now, immediately, variable A will be assigned for this location. After that, immediately for A, what value is assigned here? No, 50 as a value is assigned here. Immediately, that 50 value will be assigned to the location A. This is going to be happen in C programming language. When C programming language or in any other programming language, when we execute this intersection, when we process this intersection, automatically 2 bytes of memory will be allocated. For the 2 bytes of memory, A is a name. In the for that A name, in the 2 bytes of memory, value 50 will be assigned. So here the point is what there. Here the point is what there. For the variables, memory allocation is provided or not? For the variables, memory allocation will be provided or not? Say yes or no. Guys, directly I'm asking this question to all of you know. When we declare the variables in programming languages, for that variables memory allocation is required or not? Memory allocation is required or not? Say yes or no. Arey yaar, no response, guys. Then why we are so dull? Alright, when we declare the variables in programming languages, while processing that variables, memory allocation is provided or not? Yes, perfect. Now observe carefully. Observe carefully. If the memory allocation is provided by the compilation process at a compile time, if the memory allocation is provided by the compilation process at a compile time, then that memory allocation is called the static memory allocation. Come on, understand my discussion here, understand my points here, understand my approach now. If the memory allocation is provided for any data in any programming language, then that memory allocation is called what there static memory allocation. If the memory allocation is provided for the data at compilation time, then that memory allocation is called what there static memory allocation. Observe carefully. Next one is, if the memory allocation is provided for the data, if the memory allocation is provided for the data sorry, if the memory allocation is provided for the data at a runtime of the application, at execution time of the application, then that memory allocation is called as like what there, dynamic memory allocation. If the memory allocation is provided for the data at runtime of the application, then that memory allocation is what there, dynamic memory allocation. Guys, all of you are getting clarity on it. What is static memory allocation? What is dynamic memory allocation? Come on, everybody must respond for me. So if the memory allocation is provided for the data at compilation time, then it is called what there, static memory allocation. If the memory allocation is provided for the data at runtime of the application, then that memory allocation is what there, dynamic memory allocation. Now almost all we are coming to the conclusion. Now tell me, all of you now tell me, guys, now all of you now tell me, I'm giving conclusion there. Now observe carefully. If any programming language, observe carefully, if any programming language is following static memory allocation, if any programming language is following static memory allocation, then that programming language is called static programming language. If any programming language is following static memory allocation, then that programming language is called as what there, static programming language. Static programming language. If any programming language is following static memory allocation, then the programming language is what there, static programming language. Examples are what there, C and C++. Examples are what there, C and C++. If any programming language is following static memory allocation, that is, the memory will be allocated for the data at a compilation time, then that programming language, then that memory allocation is static memory allocation, and that programming language is what there, static programming language. Similarly, if any programming language is following dynamic memory allocation, that is, the memory will be allocated for the data at runtime of the application, then that memory allocation is what, dynamic memory allocation, and that programming language is what there, dynamic programming language. That programming language is what there, dynamic programming language. Again, I'm repeating now. If any programming language is following dynamic memory allocation, then that programming language is what there, dynamic programming language. Examples for this is like what there, Java and Python. Java and Python both are having what there, dynamic memory allocation. Java and Python are what there, dynamic memory allocation, dynamic programming languages. Guys, once again I'm asking this question to all of you. All of you are getting clarity on these points now. Now tell me, are you understanding these points clearly? No response, guys. If you're not giving response, then how I can explain these points now? These are very basic concepts, fundamental points now. Before going to learn Java programming language, everybody must require these concepts. That's the reason why I'm discussing about all these points now. All right, now you only tell me what is static programming language and what is dynamic programming language. You only understand it. You only tell me what is static programming language and what is dynamic programming language. Now I'm able to give clarity on these points. Can observe carefully. Observe carefully. If any programming language is following static memory allocation, is called a static programming language. If any programming language is following static memory allocation, is called what there, a static programming language. Understand it clearly. Where, or else maybe here the point note I'm telling there, if the memory allocation is provided for the data at the compilation time, if the memory allocation is provided for the data at the compilation time, is called static memory allocation. All right, sir. If any programming, or if memory allocation is provided for the data at compilation time, is called what there, static memory allocation. If any programming language is following that static memory allocation, that programming languages are what there, like static programming languages. Examples for static programming languages are what there, C and C++. Easily we can understand it clearly. Next, after that, if any programming language is following dynamic memory allocation, then that programming language then that programming language is called a dynamic programming language. Then the programming language is called what there? That dynamic programming language. Right, sir. Then what is this dynamic memory allocation actually? No type of point here I'm telling there. Right, sir. Now, what is the no type of point here I'm telling there? If the memory allocation is provided for the data at a runtime of the application, runtime of the application, runtime of the application, memory allocation is provided. If the memory allocation is provided for the data at a compilation time is called runtime. Then that memory allocation is called dynamic memory allocation. Right, so for the data at the compilation time, then that memory allocation is called static memory allocation. Examples are what is C, C++. For dynamic memory allocation, examples are like what there. For dynamic memory allocation, examples are like what the Java and Python. In the Java programming language, memory will be allocated at runtime only, not at compilation time. In Python also, memory will be allocated for the data at runtime only, not at compilation time. In C and C++, memory will be allocated for the data at a compilation time only. That is a static memory allocation. Understand my point clearly? Of course, you may have one question also. In C and C++, MLAC and CLAC functions are available, sir. These MLAC and CLAC functions are providing memory for the data at runtime of the applications now. So how can we say that C and C++ are following only static memory allocation? Why not? Why we are not saying that C and C++ are following dynamic memory allocation? But observe carefully that CLAC and MLAC functions are requesting the language to provide memory at runtime of the application. But the default memory allocation, by default the memory allocation is going on in C and C++ programming languages at a compilation time only. The default memory allocation is provided for the data at a compilation time only. So because of that reason here, what I'm telling there, C and C++ are following static programming languages. The C and C++ are following static memory allocation, but Java is following what their dynamic memory allocation. These are the points here we understood clearly. Guys, all of you are getting clarity on these points now? Everybody, all of you are following these points here. Can I move forward? Can I go for the next point? First difference we completed now. First difference here we completed. Can I go for the next one? Right, sir. Perfect. Perfect. People are giving very good response. It's nice. Then try to maintain the same tempo up to the last class of the Java. Up to the last class of the full stack Java. Definitely we are going to have very good content. Very good depth I'm going to be covered. But the point is what there. You have to walk along with me and you have to understand each and every point what I'm trying to say. Clear. Now the second difference here I'm telling to you. Now observe carefully. Second difference. Preprocessor is required in C and C++. Preprocessor is required in C and C++, but the preprocessor is not required in Java. Preprocessor is required in C and C++, but the preprocessor is not required in Java. Right, sir. Preprocessor is required in C and C++, but the preprocessor is not required in Java. This is the question here we are going to understand. This is the second point here. Gotcha. Before going to understand preprocessor is required or not required in a C, C++, Java. Before that, first here we have to understand what is preprocessor. What is the location of the preprocessor in the programming languages? What is the location of the preprocessor in the programming languages? And what is its functionality? What is its requirement in the programming languages? First we have to understand these points. After that we are going to think about it, whether it is required or not in C, C++ or in Java. But first of all we have to understand what is preprocessor, what is its location, and what it is doing. All these points here we are going to understand. Now let's understand it clearly, guys, all of you know. Everybody put more concentration. I'm going to prepare one diagram. Put more concentration, guys. All of you know. Again, I'm telling there, I want to write a C program. That's nice. Now this is C program. Dot C file. Guys, observe carefully that extensions now. For C program, dot C. For C++, no, dot CPP. For Java, dot Java. For Python, dot Py. Dot Py. Py. Dot Py. Like this, these are the extensions here we are going to follow. For C, dot C. For C++, dot CPP. For Python, dot Py. For Java, dot Java. For dot Java. Okay, clear. Now observe carefully. Now tell me guys, all of you now tell me, when I write C program, after that immediately what I have to perform? Come on, immediately what I have to perform now? After writing C program, we have to perform something. What we have to perform now? Come on, everybody has to respond for my questions now. Immediately here we are going to perform like what there? Compilation. Immediately here we are going to perform what there? Compilation. Now you only tell me, after the compilation of C program, what files here we are able to get now? Tell me. After compilation of the C program, what file here we are able to get now? Tell me. Come on, here we are able to get one file. What is the file here we are able to get? Everybody, respond for me. What file here we are able to get now? What is the file here we are able to get here? Very good response. What file here we are able to get? .exe file, which contains the low level code, binary code, which is understandable to the C engine. It's okay. When we are getting the .exe file, what we have to perform? What next one here we are going to perform? Come on now, tell me. After getting this .exe file, what you are going to perform? Fast. Come on, fast. After getting this .exe file, what we are going to perform? Definitely here we are going to perform what there? Execution. Here we are going to perform like what there? Execution. Execution. When we execute the program, now tell me guys, now next one is what we are able to get now. When we execute program, what we are able to get? Come on fast. What we are able to get when we execute the program? When we execute the program, here we are able to get like what there? Outputs. Here we are able to get directly outputs. Here we are able to get. Right, sir. Now here we have to understand. Sorry. Yeah. Now here what we are able to get there? Outputs here we are able to get when we execute the program. Clear. This is the total structure here what we are following. That's okay. Fine. Next. Now I want to elaborate the compilation process. I want to elaborate what their compilation process. What is this compilation process actually? If you observe this compilation process, no, it is a work, is a collaborative work, or is a collection of work, is a work collaboration from 4 missions. Compilation is a work collaboration from what there? 4 missions. Who are the 4 missions here? What are the 4 missions here? First one is what there? Preprocessor. First one is what there? Preprocessor. Next one is what there? Compiler. Next one is what there? Assembler. After that, what next one here? No, loader, link editor. Loader, link editor. Both are same. Now here it is a collaboration from 4 missions. Who are the 4 missions here? First one is what there? Preprocessor. Next one is what there? Compiler. Next one is what there? Assembler. And next one is what there? Loader, link editor. These 4 missions collaborated work is nothing but what there? Compilation. Guys, observe carefully. Most of the people are thinking about it. Compilation is a work from compiler. No, this is wrong. Of course, compiler work is a major gear, but the point is what there? Then 4 missions collaborative work is nothing but what the compilation. Now I don't require the concept like what preprocessor is doing, what compiler is doing, what assembler is doing, what loader link editor is doing. That doesn't matter for me. That is not at all required for me. But mainly the point is what there? What preprocessor is able to do, that I will explain there. But remaining functionalities, remaining components functionalities are not required. But one fact here we have to understand, the point is what? Compilation is a collaborative work from what there? 4 missions: preprocessor, compiler, assembler, loader, link editor. That's nice. Now here itself we are getting our clarity. Our required point here I'm getting there. What is our required point now? Where is preprocessor? Where is the preprocessor in programming languages? That point here we are getting clarity. Tell me guys, all of you now tell me, where is preprocessor? Where is preprocessor actually? The preprocessor element is available where? Preprocessor is available in compilation or not? Come on guys, preprocessor is provided inside the compilation or not? Preprocessor is the first component inside the compilation or not? Preprocessing is the first step inside the compilation or not? Preprocessor is the first step inside like what their compilation. Preprocessor is the first step inside like what their compilation. Observe carefully. Okay, that is a required. My required point here, I understand that. That's okay, fine. But after that, I'm telling to you, in the future, I require the compiler internal structure also. In the future, I require compiler internal structure also. Just I want to elaborate the compiler internal structure, but immediately I don't require that. I want to provide like what there compilation internal structure. Now observe carefully. Compiler internal structure, if you understand it, here we are able to have some phases. What phases are available here? Lexical analysis phase. Lexical analysis phase. Next one is what there? Syntax analysis phase. Syntax analysis phase. Next one is semantic analysis phase. Semantic analysis phase. After that, intermediate code generation phase. Intermediate code generation phase. After this intermediate code generation, code optimization phase. Code optimization phase. Code optimization phase. After this code optimization phase, the next one is what there? Code generation phase. Code generation phase. Right, sir. These are all like what there? Internals of the compiler. Inside the compiler, what phases are available? These many phases are available inside the compiler. Okay. All these are like what they're doing their process one after another. After the lexical analysis, it will come to the syntax analysis. After the syntax analysis, it will come to the semantic analysis. After the semantic analysis, it will come to the intermediate code generation. After that, it will come to like what their code optimization. Then it will provide like what their final code generation. But all these phases are available inside like what their compilation. Guys, all of you are getting clarity on these points now. Tell me, everybody. Just the proper structure, the total structure here I provided here, what is going on inside the compilation here now. Okay. Now tell me, my required point from this diagram is what there? What is the location of the preprocessor? That is my question, guys. Remaining concepts I don't require immediately. What is the location of the preprocessor? What is the location of the preprocessor, guys? Tell me, all of you, what is the location of the preprocessor? Again, I'm asking this question to all of you. What is the location of the preprocessor? What is the location of the preprocessor? The first phase inside the compilation. The first phase, the very first phase inside the compilation. The very first phase inside the compilation. This is like what there. This is the location of the preprocessor. It's okay, fine. But what it will do? What preprocessor is able to do? What it will do? What is the preprocessor? What preprocessor is able to do? Okay. All right. What this preprocessor is able to do, why it is required in C and C++, why it is not required in Java, that all the concepts I'll discuss within tomorrow, guys. Because then today I want to stop here just as a demonstration here. Now let's complete it. Already started the subject today. All right, so now just I want to stop it. At tomorrow onwards, you have to attend for the class at what time? 8:15. 8:15 to 9:15 I will take the classes. Tomorrow onwards for this now. 8 o'clock today I given the time there. Tomorrow onwards you have to come at what time here? 8:15. 8:15 to 9:15 I will take the session now. After few days of time I will conduct your classes right from 7 o'clock onwards also. 7 o'clock onwards also I'm going to take your classes. No. But the continuation part of this class I will discuss within tomorrow. Guys, then if you have any doubts about this course and if you want to get some information about this course now, then take this number and Hemant is a contact person. You can talk with him. Try to take this screenshot now. This link is giving the total classroom notes. Whatever the notes I typed up to know, that notes you are able to get through this link only. Regarding this admission process now, just directly contact with Hemant. He will talk with you regarding this admission process here. Any information about my classes no, that we are able to get from this particular person Hemant, is this is a number, we can talk with him. Okay, so no demo sir, already today onwards I started this class now. Then Monday to Saturday we are able to have classes like this only. We are able to have after few days of time. I'll start your classes right from 7 o'clock also. Next class is in Zoom, sir. Please take classes in Zoom. Yeah, this is our licensed content here. When compared with Zoom, this is more secured one. Then go to webinar is a more secured one when compared with this. Almost the last 15 years onwards, we are using the same thing. Recently, Zoom is available, but Zoom is not providing security. The problems are going on with the Zoom. No video clarity, something else. I identified. That's the reason why we have taken this one. Subtitles, if you require, then I'm able to provide that. It's okay, nothing. Here also, I'm able to enable it. But I think so. Then all of you are comfortable with my language. I think you are comfortable with my language. Maybe if you are not comfortable with this, within 1 or 2 days of time, you'll be tuned with that with me. You are able to understand my slang. You're able to understand my language. Nothing, sir. Even I'm not talking too much English. No, then basic fundamental language only. Butler English only I'm speaking now. Even I'm not good at English. Just basic language only I'm telling there. Right, sir. Advanced Java topics will be giving. I should ask to Hemant now. Advanced Java will start, sir. When we are in middle of the core Java, I'll start Advanced Java, not immediately. Advanced Java, I'll start. Yeah, but sir, this app doesn't provide subtitles. I'll enable it. You'll get that subtitles now. Don't worry. Yeah, Advanced Java will start in the mid of the core Java, sir. Not immediately. Why? Because after getting some knowledge in core Java only, I'm able to start Advanced Java. Anthony, yes, you can understand it now. After some topics in core Java, I'll start advanced Java. There I'm able to provide links to you. Yeah, in advanced Java, JDBC, servlets, and JSPs will be covered. Yeah, you are able to get the complete full stack Java content, sir. Curriculum we are able to get. The total syllabus of this advanced everything we are able to get it now. Last to Hemant, even will send that total data in the sense what their topics list we are able to get. What I am going to be covered. Yeah, yes. Servlets, JSPs, and JDBC will be covered in advanced Java. Right, perfect. The same. Okay. For core Java, few days of time I will take at 8:15. After few days of time I will take the classes from 7 o'clock, 7 to 8:15. We will teach UI technologies. So many trainers are available at Durgasoft, sir. So the trainers will take now. Sweta madam is available, Ramesh sir is available, and some other trainers are available. Almost 3 to 4 trainers are available there. Any approximate duration to complete your part? 6 months minimum. Minimum 6 months of time. Maybe somewhat extended, depending on our syllabus coverage, depending on you and depending on me. But minimum 6 months of time I will take to complete my part. Why? Because more depth I have to cover. It's not like simple syntax and program basis now. It's like what there more content, more knowledge, more depth I have to cover in the subject. Okay, right. Thank you. Anything else, guys? Shall we meet on tomorrow? Yeah, please. Topic 7, 8, and 9 will be started parallel after our part is over. Now, parallel we can start it now. Oracle, UI technologies, and Angular React JS node interdependent on our content. No, these 7, 8, 9 topics you can start individually parallel to this course. Even tomorrow, if new batch is available at Durgasoft, we can start it. Oracle, UI technologies, and Angular JS. Just we can go for it. This is last demo. Demos are completed, sir. No demos in my classes now. First today is a demo class. Then today I started subject directly. Yeah. Yeah, Patan, just I will check the process of enabling that subtitles now. Okay, don't worry. Sure. Yeah, its timing will be from morning to evening. The Durga sub class are going on, sir. When the batches are going to be start, then our team will send to you a message now. If it is in our comfortable time, we can attend for it. Otherwise, wait for a few days of time to get in our course in comfortable time. Morning to evening continuously the courses are going to be start. Every week one course is going to be start there. Just you can check with your comfortable time with that. Then we are able to attend for it. Okay. If you want to earn only your part, then the fees will be restructured according. Yeah, just better that fees and everything. Just you can talk with Hemant sir. Yeah, this number, admin number is available. Just you can talk with him. He will provide that clarity regarding this. Okay. Thanks. Thanks so much. Yeah, please Ramya, go ahead, no problem, just directly you can talk with Hemant. Yeah, guys, then what I'm telling to you, if you required any information related to admission process, no, talk with Hemant, they will give more clarity on it. Okay. Right, guys, anything else? Shall we meet in tomorrow? Yeah, don't miss the tomorrow's class. I'll go for more content in tomorrow. How Java is a platform independent programming language and how C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages. The topics I'm going to cover on tomorrow. Without fail, you try to attend for the classes on tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys, for attending this demo. Not demo, then attending this class. And tomorrow we will meet. Tomorrow we'll check the content. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow.